Lebanon is one of the earliest sites of wine production. As far back as 7000 BC, early Lebanese cultures promoted the vine and wine. But it was the Phoenicians, a Semitic people, and the forebears of the modern Lebanese trader who were arguably the world's first wine merchants, bottling and shipping their treasure from the powerful city-states of Byblos, Sidon, and Tyre as early as 3000 BC. 2,000 years later, at the height of their power between 900 and 330 BC, their remarkable trading fleet ruled the Mediterranean. In Egypt, it was not uncommon for Lebanese wines, especially the famed Bybline from Byblos, to be among the list of items that Egyptians, including the pharaohs, would insist on taking with them into the next life. The wines of Lebanon also reached the tables of Carthage, Cyprus, Greece, Rome, Sardinia, Spain, and perhaps even southern France. Lebanon's wine heritage is also famously represented in historic Baalbek, the ancient Roman city at the eastern end of the Bekaa Valley. Lebanon's vinicultural heartland, where the impressive Temple of Bacchus, the Roman god of wine, still stands. How fitting that Lebanon's vines should still grow in soil where nearly 2,000 years ago Bacchus was idolized by local fertility cults, whose worship revolved around the idea of resurrection, expressed through the agricultural cycle of sowing, growing, harvesting, and feasting. His magnificent legacy in Baalbek demonstrates the dramatic role Lebanon can claim to have played in the history of wine culture. Lebanon's reputation for producing fine wines continued into the Middle Ages, when vintages from Tyre and Sidon were still traded by the merchants of Venice. In 1517, what is now Lebanon was absorbed into the Ottoman Empire, but the country continued to produce wine that received lavish praise from the many European travelers in the region. In the mid-19th century, new viticultural and vinicultural techniques and varieties, mainly Cinsault and Carignan, were introduced into the Bekaa Valley, laying the foundations of the modern Lebanese wine industry. In the period between the First and Second World Wars, Lebanon entered something of a golden age of banking and tourism. The country became a regional hub, and the wine culture that was inspired by the French authorities was allowed to flourish further. In 1990, a new era dawned. A new generation of producers exploited the potential of the Bekaa Valley's formidable terroir to make wines for a global market. It was a period that also saw the creation of the Union Vinicole du Liban, or UVL, an association that today represents nearly 95% of Lebanon's wineries. The northern district of Batroun has become Lebanon's second wine-growing region, and there are also wineries in Mount Lebanon and the south. And so today there are nearly 40 wineries of varying size at work in Lebanon, producing over 9 million bottles each year. Wine is Lebanon's most high-profile and exciting export. And so it should be. The tradition is there, along with 3,200 hours of sunshine each year. Wine professionals from all over the world have ranked Lebanon's wines among the very best, and our indigenous grapes, including the ancient Meroueh and Obeidi, are generating international attention as consumers constantly seek out new and exciting flavors and styles. This momentum should continue. The future is looking bright, both for the UVL and Lebanese wines.